Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I mean, just because that's why I was looking on my phone to check the Instagram because I don't think it's in the same category for the chat. Let me see. Studio chat. Yeah. Yeah, we live now.
Oh, we're live on everything?
Yeah, I think we are live on everything. So
Oh,
let
killer,
me just
killer,
double
killer.
check first, and then I'll let you know to share and the stuff to it.
It looks like we are live on everything. So, welcome to the HVAC is Live podcast, everybody. Hang in there while we wait for people to get in the room.
Okay, yeah,
But
they
I think
joined
we
that.
have it live now.
Yeah. We was having some technical difficult, but we figured it out. This is our
We
second time. We done
good.
figured it out the second time now. As we keep going, as we keep growing. Yeah, I'm live on Instagram as well.
All
What's going
right.
on? Where y'all watching from? Put this one right here. Where y'all watching from? So roll that. Make sure you make a comment. Make a comment so we can know where the comments are coming from. So we could, like, you know what I'm saying? Because we do got a lot of platforms that are streaming right now. So we're streaming on a lot of platforms at one time.
Yep, yep. I've got pulled up. I've got your account pulled up over here.
Okay.
I don't know. On Facebook, that is. I guess they're all your account.
I got so many accounts. I don't know how. Now they got it.
Right?
AI got it to where it's all synced together. So, it's always been easy like that.
Yes.
Yeah, we are live on everything. Drop some comments. Where you watching it from? I want to know. You on Facebook, you on Instagram, where you located? Definitely where you located when you ask these questions. Because a lot
Yep,
of
it
people,
definitely plays a part.
yeah, people don't understand location. That's why a lot of companies move. Like I had a buddy of mine, he moved from, I think he was in South Carolina, and then he went to North Carolina, then he went to Houston. So
Okay.
and he's doing
That's
pretty.
vastly different.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good down
Okay.
there.
Right on. It's hot
Yeah, yeah,
down there in Houston.
yeah. It's definitely hot.
All right, we got a couple of people in here. We got a Sheridan, Wyoming, Frostbite HVAC. Ojabo over here watching us on Facebook. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have any questions or anything, just drop them down below. Jabo's from Mississippi.
Okay, it's the public chat. There we go. It's the public chat. Let me see. It's in the right chat. Public chat. Okay, I see it now. And I see it now. What's up, Frostbite? Say Wyoming.
Oh, there's pulling up. Okay.
Shit. What the weather like there out there in Wyoming? I never been to Wyoming. I may have to fly there one day just to go. Wyoming.
Fraser's
What
Appliance Services.
what is Wyoming made? What is like if you would have to say Wyoming, what is like Florida is the beach town. What is Wyoming? Like what is Wyoming to you? Since you from Wyoming. What are y'all known for? He said Mississippi. You got a Mississippi in the house. They rolling there, man. Make sure you comment where you watching this from, man. What you on Instagram, what you on Facebook, where you located.
Frostbite says it's the outdoorsman paradise, Wyoming.
I can see like an open range. That's what I was imagining right now, like an open range, just a whole bunch of land and just a house in the middle of the land, 3 or 4 units on a house, nice house. Yeah,
Yep. What you
just
got,
free.
Jabo? Drop your question. And I'm probably butchering your name. I'm sorry. I'm horrible with names. man, it's gonna be a long question. I already know. He's over there typing it out.
I appreciate y'all tuning in too. That's for real. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm open. I'm ready to answer some questions.
Derek over here building some squared arounds today. Nice.
He said
Sorry,
Dirk
I'm like
fab
reading
nice.
directly off of Facebook, and it's a little delayed getting into Riverside over there. It looks like.
That's what it's looking like. Nicholas said, "Let's go, let's go."
How do you attract talent? You go, Willie. How do you attract talent? Good talent. Good talent. You know.
As far as like worker talent or just
Yeah, I
like
think that's what he's talking about. Trying to get good techs in.
to attract talent, I would probably say you got to be the talent. Talent like talent. Sometimes, especially if you could train a guy. If you're real talented, then you could train a guy. Someone always told me, this is what a lot of guys are missing as far as like training and what I'm saying, keeping the retention, like keeping your workers there is just, give them a cheat code book. And within those code books is how you want to run your business. Same way as McDonald's. Same way as you go to Target, they got like everything down packed as far as your when you first go into a company and they give you like the rule books of the company. So I'm feeling like a lot of guys are missing a rule book for their company on how they want to run it because some people run their business in chaos. So that's why I say it's really on you.
I mean, honestly, even like going as small as getting a wrap for your van can do wonders for your incoming applications. If it's a lack of people even like looking at your business, you've got a brand for your employees just as much as you have to brand for new customers. Because you don't want to you obviously don't want to go work for that guy that's like got the rusted van that the letters are falling off and all that kind of
he
crap.
ain't got he
No,
ain't got no benefits. You get paid under the
no,
table.
exactly. Yeah, no, I'm going out there. I'm gonna go apply at the place that has a 2026 freaking van out there that's all wrapped up and all that crap. Personally, it gives a better image out in the world. So focus on branding for your customers, and it'll brand also for your talent.
Yeah, I'm still sticking to it. Really on you, man. You the one who set the tone in the company. You know, as I when I look, cause I'm an owner too. So when I look at it, just like how I'm the type of boss, I'm gonna get in the trenches with you. I'm gonna make sure everything's done right. And if I mess up something, I own up to it, and I expect that from everybody else when they step in my uniform. And if you can't get with it, then the show must go on.
Yep.
So
No, 100%.
yeah. I hold everybody accountable and I hold myself accountable. So that attract good people and you can be able to train people. Because definitely you could really train someone. And I never noticed that till I started like training different people. So everybody that came out my program ended up being good. Like they know what they're doing. Yeah.
Jabo's over asking, how can I level up from a one man army?
I'll let you spin that one.
All right. I mean, obviously, you got to have money flowing, right? So you need to do whatever you got to do to get money flowing because I can't tell you specifically for your business exactly what you need to do because I don't know if your prices are right for starters.
Yeah.
So I would start there. Get your pricing right
I'll
because and
probably
your
say
pricing
start
needs to be right for
I'll
employees,
probably
not
say
just for
start
you.
start start first with your expenses. Knowing your like the thing I could really speak to you as far as like knowing your expenses, knowing how much you make a month. Be realistic. Have realistic numbers. People got a lot of fake numbers out here, just throwing out numbers, saying they did this, they saying they doing that. But be realistic with yourself. Don't get caught up into the hype. You know, really get on your P&Ls and really see what you're making and put it towards reinvesting into your business. Because a lot of people don't reinvest
Yep.
into their business. Some people do good business and make good money, but they don't hold on to the money.
No, but they got that new Corvette though.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's 100%, man.
yeah.
Like spend your money in the business
Because the
properly.
same
Like,
money you spend on spending on a Corvette, you could have got a two lead techs and pay him
yep.
salary, and then have your own truck and let it run. Let them run.
And then you could have bought 3 Corvettes next year.
Yeah,
Like
you
you're
gotta
spending the money
gotta
before you can.
reinvest back into that basket, man. You can't like, I don't
Yep.
care what nobody say, and then we in this economy right now. Definitely got to reinvest into yourself. Can't because you can't afford it.
Yep.
Yeah,
100%.
he said can't drive. He's senior tech.
Another thing too, like subcontracting is kind of where it's at right now for these one man shows, man. So I would honestly be subcontracting a lot of my installs out, and this effectively turns you, even though you're still a one man show,
That's the
it
route.
makes you feel bigger than a one man show.
That's the route I'm going. As far as maybe two, three guys, vans in the car, front, back camera, GPS, fully stocked, mobile. Don't need a overhead. Just I dispatch them from when they come from the house, and then if they turn over any installs, just have some people in place where I pay a max amount of dollars for the install, maybe 4 or 5 grand if I have to. If it's a big job with duct work, something like
Yeah.
that, and keep them in rotation for the installs, and then have it down pat. I'm not paying you till you pass the permit, get the money, transaction done, and just keep it
Yep.
going like that. Because install take a lot of time and make a lot of money, but if you could really find some guys, just like a general contractor, when a general contractor build a house, he's not doing all the work. He sub it out.
Yeah, I mean, technically, like if you really think about it, we're really sub out everything. Like the name of the game is to get less work on your plate as a business owner. That's
Yeah,
actual work, and you sub it out to either your employees or an actual like
yeah, that's
subcontractor.
all subbing, whether it's
It,
W-2 or 10-9.
yeah,
Yeah,
military contracts. You got any information on military contracts? Anything about that?
I don't really have much information on that, but we could get the information though about military contracts. But I'm pretty
Yeah, I've got
sure
zero
it's just
experience there.
I'm pretty sure it's like any other contract, government contracts, any type of contracts. Whatever the conditions is, just make sure you got the right paperwork correct. You know what I'm saying, insurance correct, and be ready to do the work by them for them, whatever they got in hand. But I know it's all the bidding system, so with anything that's a bidding system, they can always take low bids
Yep.
unless you know who's the person that's accepting the job, like the person, the intel from the company. So yeah.
I'm glad some of that was able to help you, Jabo. Jabo. He pronounced it over there, and I still can't say it right.
What do you say?
Well, he like wrote it out on how it was
Oh,
pronounced, and I'm still fumbling with it.
oh, Jabo.
He's got the info. He needs to just talk with somebody with experience. Anybody out there got military contract HVAC experience going on? We can help Daniel out a little bit with some information.
He said you
I'll
get
try
with
to get
real.
you. I'll try to hit you up, Daniel, if I can find somebody to that you can talk
Oh
to.
yeah, all you gotta do is make a post in that group with somebody give him an answer.
Yeah, yeah,
If
that's
we
a good
can't
starting
answer,
point.
if we can't get an answer, to come to the group. HVAC is like, man, I feel
100%.
like since I've been making that page has been so much successful and probably helped people more than I can even imagine or, what I'm saying, come to realize. Because sometimes I
Yep.
don't even be on there and it just run on its own, besides the other stuff, because we pretty much got it down pat as far as who posting it. I'm really controlling and removing stuff that need to be removed. So, yeah. He said, I got my mechanical trying to like as well. Oh, he said, well, okay, I can do with that. He said, my mechanic, okay. With the license, you could get, what I'm saying, top of the line equipment, long as you can guarantee, they're going to want you to guarantee so many units with them. So start with your economy brand and then you get your top line because you know, like I tell everybody when I'm in a front of client, I say I'm a car salesman. I'm in your house. I'm a car salesman. We got the Honda brand and we got the Benz brand, and then we just get to talking right there. And if you talking about a Honda, then I already know it's 14 and under. If you talk about a Benz, it's 15,000 or more. So now we just talking numbers. So yeah, definitely get your high and low brand and whatever clients come to you, just you know what I'm saying, learn your price.
Yep.
Yeah. He said I just landed a small one through a Serb Pro for Mayport base in Jacksonville.
Oh, okay, is that the military stuff, Kendry?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you definitely gotta have the workers for it.
Yeah,
So that's the thing.
that's a
That's
completely different realm, man, than
yeah,
I ever.
that's the HVAC is so many different ways, man. There's so many different ways you can make money, man. It's just whatever route fit for you, and you won't know until you try it.
Oh, and that's the other thing too. Like it's a military contract, but like what
Yeah,
for? Like, are we just talking about, you know? I mean, hell, there's military contracts for residential HVAC. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So, I mean, whether it's refrigeration or if it's
I
full
guess
load,
whatever
like
they got going on
industrial
with
or
within the company or something like that to an extent, because they do offer it.
four
Uh,
options is good to give.
I would probably,
Nicholas
I,
says,
would, I would probably sure they'll probably have to, because military always building, so they don't, they got funding for it, so
yeah,
a lot of funding.
I know they do. They send me
Yeah,
a thing saying that they have
but the
funding all
only
the
thing,
time.
but the
They
only thing,
need more.
the only thing with that, you won't be able to do a lot of CODs because you're stuck on this contract,
Yeah.
depending on your size. That's a good question. Which one, like, what route you think is mean and lean, or just all over as far as doing different things?
Yeah, that's a tough one to
Because
answer. I mean,
you
that
got guys who do new construction and service work, and then you got guys who just do installs. And like I know a guy who don't do service work, he only do installs. Then you got
yeah.
guys who do both. So it's like that's a good question.
Yeah, me personally, I think new construction is a losing game, and so I don't even
Yeah,
want to be in that. But
yeah.
there are companies. Matter of fact, I got a company right
They
down the road
they
that
have
is purely new construction, and
they go from site to site.
that,
I think
that's rough.
In Charlotte, we did what was it? I think for almost $1 billion in new construction out here, apartments, luxury, all that stuff. So somebody's doing the AC work around town.
Yep.
Somebody, that's a lot of work though. If you got that type of overhead, you I would assume majority of people that do those type of volumes got to be somewhere around above 5-10 million.
You almost have to be
Yeah,
just to
because
even.
sometimes you got to front the work because you got to think about it. Sometimes you got to front the work. Sometimes you got to front the labor for your employees. You're still paying them,
Yep.
and that job is not even done for maybe a few months to a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Roy over here says, "What up, fellows? I'm currently in trade school in Chicago. Just got on 3 module hydronics. We're working on boilers. Any tips?" That's another one of my not powerful subjects. I don't know anything about boilers. So,
What is the? Oh, got a lot of questions. What was the question?
oh, he's in trade school.
Oh,
Just got on 3 module hydronics, and he's working on boiler. He's just asking for any tips working
any
on
tips
boilers.
on boilers?
Yeah.
You say he in school?
Yeah, that's what he said. He's in tech school, I think. Yeah, trade
Okay.
school.
Ask him, is the area you gonna be in gonna be like boilers, or is that just something you want to learn?
He's in Chicago.
Oh, okay,
So
now
I'm
that
assuming they
makes
got quite a few boilers up
yeah, that
there.
makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's why it's all about your location. Like
100%. Yeah.
I haven't seen a boiler in my career.
I've seen them. I haven't touched them
Yeah,
personally,
yeah.
but
If
you get in
anything
old
about
area.
boilers, I would probably say go back into your books. You in school, so I mean, everything. Y'all got a lot of access to social media and like do your research. Do your research. It's nothing for you to pick up. Like you should have it like this to where, and I'm gonna keep saying this to y'all.
MRAC.
I might have to buy this book and then and then up the price and charge y'all a little bit extra. And then you want to learn, I just give you the damn book because it's in the book. So I'm
It's
about to
for
go
sure
to.
in the book. Yeah.
Hold on, let me go to the index. I always go to the index if you want to see something real fast. You see how I'm flipping through right now? All right, let's go to boilers.
Jordan says on new construction, always collect 50% up front, then 40% at rough in, and 10% at final. Sounds good to me, man.
What do you say?
He says he always collects 50% up front, 40% at rough in, and 10% at final.
Oh, okay. So here goes some boilers right here. Got to get in your book, man, and learn. It's right there. Page 892 in the modern refrigeration and air conditioning 22 edition. So that's the start of the boiler. So buy this book. If you're in school, you should have this book, and it's right there. Boilers to understand boilers.
Man, I ain't got to buy that book. You got the one section I need to read in there highlighted. I saw it.
Nah, you gotta invest. You gotta invest, man. You gotta invest, man. One thing somebody told me when I first started, they say if you want to do it for a long time, invest in yourself, man. So I just stuck with that, man. I don't care what's the price, if it's gonna make or anything for mind growth or just like as far as technical or skills. I probably say buy it if you really want to learn it.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. That's why I got all these
Cause
books
you in
back here
school,
behind me, man.
you had to buy something. You buying time, and you paying to go to school or whatever. So
Yep.
yep. He said, "What Jordan talking about?" He said, "It's partnered with Rain. They will cover 8% of the dealer fees." That's what's up. Jordan, love that ring.
All right. He's got an MRAC, says. Got the modern refrigeration book. Good, good.
Okay.
Yeah, I realize it's big and I realize there's a lot to it. So just find something that piques your interest and just go to town, man. Nobody expects you to read cover to cover in a sitting or anything. Just passed my electricity and heating exam. Right on, man. Good job.
He said, "Learn streams too, Jordan." See, I'm getting some comments late. Let me make sure.
Yeah, so I'm going directly off my stinking phone. I should probably go off of the Riverside chat. Like it keeps popping and it skips
It's
some.
yeah. Say yes, sir. I got a book. I just passed mine. Okay, I'm just getting that one. That's Facebook. Oh, it
Yeah,
tells you at
sorry.
the
It's
it tells you at the bottom where they're coming from
oh, I didn't even see that.
of that chat. If you look at it,
Yeah, I see you.
he said 3 houses. Minor refrigerator book is 40% of the test. By the way, yeah, it's like 30 questions. It's like 30 something, 30 almost. I did the little thing on it with my Chat GPT. Love me some Chat GPT if you use it the right way.
Yeah, I feel like the rest of them were all code questions
Yeah,
directly out of it. In my area, anyway. I
yeah.
don't know what all tests you got to have to take over there.
In the Carolinas, it's the business and law, and then it's the air conditioning package
Okay,
ones. You know,
I got you. That's
yeah,
pretty close to what we have to do over here.
yeah. That's kind of crazy. It's different in different states. Like it's different. You know, when
Dude,
you,
I got some people in some areas that don't even have to have a license,
yeah,
and that's scary to me. I'll be
yeah,
honest with you. He was talking about he hired. I was talking to a guy. He hired a brand new guy, never touched a piece of ductwork or a unit, and he was sending him out in a truck like on day two. And I was like, "You're just asking for problems," and I can't believe that your state even allows that. To be honest with you,
yeah.
but like no education whatsoever, and they're out there messing with HVAC. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, there's too much with HVAC to, not have some sort of certification or test in the state. I think that one was Tennessee. Tennessee, I don't think requires anything.
Yeah, I think Tennessee. I got somebody in Tennessee.
You say Tennessee does have something?
They don't. I don't think so. I
Oh,
got
okay.
somebody in Tennessee who don't have it.
Oh,
Who
okay,
told
gotcha.
told
Yeah,
me.
I know some like cities and stuff might, like maybe Nashville. You have to have one to go into Nashville, but the state themselves don't. Kelvin from Puerto Rico, what's up?
Said I have three houses that burned down. I think.
Oh, I saw in the Facebook group we had a lot of questions, a lot of people that were trying to get their apprenticeship stuff started. They just were unable to find somebody to take them under their wing. And it is to be expected because right now, most of the HVAC businesses are freaking dead slow because it's 70 degrees outside and nobody is calling their business. So, unfortunately, right now might not be the best time to actually get into HVAC. However, there are still businesses out there that will be hiring, and you do need to do some legwork. Go out there, apply at all of them. As soon as that first warm front hits, as soon as that first time when everybody in the stinking state turns on their air conditioner, go back and talk to everybody, all the companies, and reapply at all the places, because now that it's hit the fan, they are looking. But at the current moment, going into winter, going into fall, going into spring is never a good time for a heating and air conditioning company to hire somebody, because now we have to try to float this person through the slow doldrums, the slower periods. And so typically HVAC businesses kind of lock down. A lot of them in my area actually start laying people off in the fall, but a lot of them lock down and they don't do any more hiring until springtime or until midsummer. So
Yeah.
if you're trying to get in the space, don't give up. Keep your boots on the ground.
Keep
Keep
them boots on the
applying
ground.
and bother people, man. They will hire you. They just need to have a pain first. And right now, their pain is they don't know how they're going to pay the guys that they already have. And so, you, you need to show up when they're like, oh my gosh, we've got all this work when we don't know who to give it to, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. They need some sort of license or experience to get hired in New England, he says, apprentices. So we need an apprentice license here in Oklahoma, but typically you go get a job at a place and the business gets you your apprenticeship license essentially, because you actually have to be working at a place to get it here. So I don't.
How long do you have to work at a place?
So you have to be an apprentice. So you can get your apprenticeship card like the day of. You just have to work under a contractor, and then you have to be working with a journeyman at all points in time. Once you're an apprentice for 3 years, you're finally able to take the journeyman test, where you need the MRAC and all the code books and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then once you've been in the trades for 4 years and have racked up that time, I believe you can take the contractors. I believe that's how. I think it's 4 years for here.
Okay. Sound good. Said I had a dream HVAC when I was work.
I love Geo. Coy was a big Geo guy. Didn't drill any of the loops or anything, but installed plenty of them, and did probably too much service on Geos, because Geos can be fun sometimes. And I dream HVAC too, man, but my wife like hates it when I'm talking HVAC. And we'll be driving down the road. I'll just be like, "Oh, dude, I installed that guy's system over there. It's like underneath the house. We
Oh
installed a
man.
TAM 9 and we installed a perfect fit filter, blah blah." And she's like, "I really don't care."
You
Like, what?
remind me of that video with Cheeto.
Fat Cheeto.
Yeah.
He's not even Fat Cheeto anymore. He's just Cheeto now. Huh?
Oh Lord.
He started losing some weight.
Okay. Good for him, man.
What video is that?
I think it's the one. what was the one? I forgot what it was when he was riding in the car with his wife, and he said, "I stalled his unit," and he was talking about all this like HVAC guy stuff. Yeah,
I mean,
it's only
I,
right.
I I do it
He
constantly.
said, he said you could purchase a license for about 2,000, 2,500 per month. Look up National Contractors License Agency.
All right. I mean, I believe it. People renting out their licenses and stuff. Not. I wonder how like that works out when they, you know, I don't know, if something like goes horribly wrong. Like, say for instance, the EPA actually did something at some point in time.
That's a
Like,
good question. Have anybody ever seen the EPA like live, like
no,
seen
dude,
them?
no, not at all, not at all. I thought about calling them a couple times, but used to be that myth. I don't know if it's still a myth or not. Maybe it's real,
I guess
but
that'd be one of my little skits, man.
well, they always say like you get a $10,000 check from the EPA if you snitch on somebody that's blowing refrigerant off. I'm like, man, I about I've got my apprentice. I'm like, I just caught you, man. Like, but yeah, I'm not sure if there's any truth to that.
Yeah, so I'm selling three.
Mm, okay,
So what about bona fide? What's that bona fide?
I'm not 100% sure on bona fide. Care to elaborate, Alex?
It look like most of them just coming from Facebook. Let me make sure I'm on Twitch. Keep my Twitch going. Turn to Sam. So what about bona fide? I'm just getting through it. You say dream. We already discussed that.
Drop your questions in the comments if you guys have any questions at all. We're here to answer them. It's like a little slower tonight. Everybody's maybe out there finally fixing some air conditioners or finally fixing some refrigerators. I don't know about your area, man. It's been brutal with these 70-degree days over here. There's not much heat and air
So
activity.
what's the weather like around March? Is it still cold or is like
Well, so that's the thing. I honestly can't even tell you what our weather's supposed to be like because like we haven't gotten our winter yet. We're still
yeah,
waiting on winter, dude. Like I mean, we had maybe a week of cold, of pretty cold, and a little bit of snow, but for the most part, like hell, my grass is still green outside. Like
yeah,
normally, November, all my grass is dead by November. This year, it's been abnormally warm. So we really skipped over our heating season here
yeah,
in Oklahoma. Matter of fact, I've got a couple of guys. We've already started switching them over to air conditioning just because like the heating season just never came. And so it never started. The phone calls never started coming again. We've just stayed in kind of a spring fall feel the entire time, and that just sucks, man.
yeah.
Normally March, we'll usually get our last like snowstorm in March. I remember growing up with the spring break, we'd always have like snowstorms in spring break. Uh, and then that's when it starts, the warming trend starts happening. Then
Yeah.
April, we start getting some air conditioning calls. And then May, we're usually, headed towards full tilt if we're not already full tilt towards the air conditioning season. But man, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen this year, dude. It's either gonna the whole world's gonna catch on fire because like I don't know how was your guys' winter? Did you guys get much of a winter this year?
Yeah, we had a little bit of winter. It's been cold, here and there, 30, sometimes 20. We had a couple of maybe about 2 or 3 weeks of 15, 10-degree weather,
Okay.
the normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like yeah, Charlotte is growing, man. So it's like I said, people do different things. You do commercial, refrigeration. It's just different things on what you want to do. You want to be spread out. Do you want to stick to that? You know, depending on what you want to cover.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, Thermodyne says we have to wear heated vests at home. It's so cold in New Hampshire.
I never
Yeah, you
met
can keep
nobody from
that,
New
man. I'm
Hampshire.
good.
I bet they get calls too.
I bet. I
Yeah,
bet. I bet they got a lot of boilers over there too, man. It's like that old country. All that stuff that was all those
and
buildings that were built hundreds of years ago, man. They've all got that old ancient boiler systems down in the basement and crap.
Anthony said we're slam. Where you at, Anthony?
He's up in Canada.
Oh, yes.
Canada, eh? Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
What do you oh man, hitting -40. Yeah, I'll pass on all that, dude. Like you can keep the
Maybe.
-40s.
What part of Canada you in? I'm about to check you up, make sure you ain't lying. Make sure you ain't lying. Let me put in Canada in my little weather channel, man. Cause we 65 right now. Let me see. We 65 in
We
Charlotte.
just had a cold front come through, so I think it's like 40 degrees outside right now for us.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be back like 75 here in a couple a couple days, I think.
-40. That's cold. I think he was exaggerated. Gotta be exaggerated. Let me look. Let me. I forgot to put it in. Let me
I
put it
mean,
in.
maybe the overnights, dude. I don't
Let me
know
look.
without the wind here, dude. If you have that wind mixed with -40, like, yeah, I'll
That's crazy.
pass on that. And he says Montreal. Yeah, I wasn't gonna throw out exactly your location there, Anthony. Like, I get confused when I go above the border, man. Like, I was looking at this dude's address, trying to send him a Christmas card, and like, dude, I do not understand Canadian
Well, he ain't
addresses.
lying. Is
All of
the
them over.
low? The low for maybe next Wednesday is 0.
Yeah,
That's
he
it.
said 2 weeks ago it was the -40.
I believe it. He said
Whew.
next Wednesday it says 0.
Yeah, yeah, I'll pass. I'm
That's
good.
0 on next
Yep,
Wednesday.
yep.
0 is crazy. That's sick.
We
So,
had a couple of days of
what kind of
this.
system that y'all got down there? What's the most common system you have with that kind of type of weather that's down there? I'm pretty sure that's like the normal.
And by down there, he means way up there.
Oh yeah, up there, yeah, yeah.
I just messing.
He said Canada cold is no joke.
Yeah,
I believe
I've
it.
not been, but been to Minnesota, and that was cold enough for me.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
Hmm.
had some family up in Minnesota. I lived up in Chicago for a little bit when I was in the Navy, but I'm not a fan of that place either, man.
Yeah.
They wasn't joking when they call it the Windy City.
So it'd be like ice hit you.
Yeah, it was cold, man.
Yeah.
I was not a fan. Cold climate heat pumps. Get some. Nice. He's setting in Canada, man. Cold
Yeah.
climate heat pumps. How are those holding up in that -40? We running like 3 heat kits on them things, or
Hmm.
no joke? You're getting away with 5 kW, man. That, I mean, I'll be honest. Like that just seems ballsy to me, dude. Like in Canada, running on five kW, man. Heat strips. Like, all
I
right,
could see a 7.5 or 8
that a man is kicking
minimum
it.
at a minimum.
I mean, hell, I've got 15 in mine.
Ooh-wee.
But of course, if it gets to 40 here, we freak out a little more than 40 up there does. But
Yeah. So what's the lowest you had? Where you was at? Where you at? But you said it's
this year,
warm.
I feel like we hit a -15 this year.
-15.
Yeah, one of those overnights. But
Yeah. Right.
it's one of
Right.
those brief periods. I keep my beer out in the garage during the wintertime,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even frozen the next day because it was like 40 degrees that day, and then it got down into like negative 15 overnight, and then it was back to like 30 something the next day. Their homes are more tight. Okay. 70 all. He was able to keep his house at 70 all winter so far. I like it, man. That's what's up, dude. That 3 ton, that I mean, that right there, you should be like selling that for a mana right now. Just be like, dude, we hit
Yeah.
negative 40 the other day, and I've kept my house at 70. Like, I just sold 50 units for you, Amanda. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. That makes more sense, Anthony. So he's got 15K available, but he's got the
Okay.
breaker off for the 10. That makes sense. That's how I would probably do it. That way, like, if it really does hit the fan, or you have a limit go out or some crap. Medea E-Box G3. All right. Well, what do you guys want to learn about? What do you guys want to? What do you got? What has been holding you up, whether it be in business or in HVAC itself, or just what have you not been able to either wrap your mind around, or what hurdles have you guys not been able to get over? Let's drop those down in the comments and let's get you over those hurdles.
Yeah, because we talked a few business. We haven't really talked about anything like technical. I think a few people asked about some technical stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I could go pull up some of the stuff in the group if you wanted to get into some of the technical stuff. There's a couple of comments in there about like variable speed stuff, inverter systems and whatnot. I don't know if you want to try to jump into any of that or just wait as they come.
We can freestyle it, man. There's nothing too major with that.
Building systems. Is that what you're wanting to learn about, Anthony? I don't know nothing about building systems, man.
You talking about like making one?
No. I think like buildings
Oh, okay.
and systems. I think. I mean, now don't get me wrong. If we're talking about building heat pumps or something, dude, I can totally like build wood from scratch out back sometime. I've been debating, dude. I was debating on like repiping my condenser so that I could start heating up my pool. I feel like I'm just wasting a lot of heat, man.
Yeah. He said zoning. Miguel said zoning. What is he?
Okay. Well, guess what? Coincidentally, Mr. Willie over here has just been dealing with a whole bunch of zoning crap, haven't we?
I
So
think a lot
five
of
three
I think
two.
a lot of Charlotte. I'm not sure y'all. What with y'all? Where you at? Do y'all have like for your right now for your house? You got upstairs, downstairs,
We're single. I'm single floor right now.
single floor.
Yeah, we
It's
do a lot
mo-
of the we don't have basements here, but we do have a lot of two-story houses.
and what most of them are with zone or two systems.
I prefer two systems, or at least I did. I'm not a huge fan of zoning, in
Yeah,
all honesty. It's just more crap to fail, in my
yeah,
opinion, a lot of times. And it's never done properly.
yeah.
That's one of the other issues.
I would
Uh,
probably say with zone systems, it will work properly if the duct work is properly. More like maybe about 50, 60% of Charlotte is two-story zone system, furnace in the attic. Now with the zone system, is they always have a scatter box coming up, zone dampers on the scatter box, duct going to another scatter box. So I would think if within the zone, maybe some hard pipe going on with two dampers on a direct hard pipe system for a better airflow instead of it hitting that scatter box and bouncing all around inside the box before it even go to the damper.
Yeah, and then to also touch on we got two people that said they're two systems all the way, and another reason why we have that. So we're in Oklahoma. A lot of times our loads will come out to where we need like a 4 ton on the main floor, and then we need like a 2 or a 2.5 up
On
on
the
the top
top.
floor.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, we're not going to install a 5 ton and then be undersized, So
Yeah.
it a lot of times it comes out, and I like it better anyway.
I guess that depends on the build. Like that's why I was asking with like do what mostly do you have out there. It depends on the home builders. You got to realize
Yeah,
Charlotte is a fresh new town. It's not as far as growing, as far as renovating. So most of it's like cheap. You can think about it like you cutting corners. When I think of zone system, it's somebody didn't want to fit that second unit.
yeah, yeah.
So
Save
if we
10
got a
grand.
hundred, if we got 100, if we got 100 units to put in, and I say, all right, that's just 100 units. But now if we do two, that's 200.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with the zone system. We cutting corners. We'll go with the zone system. We're cutting costs down. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least we do have the inverter technology and all
Cause
that stuff right now.
we
So I'm more of a fan of zone these days than I
I would
was
probably
back when
say
it was
like
single and two stage.
that's the opportunity though as well. Like with zone systems, especially if you're getting a new system, you can always stress to the client. Well, anybody should do it, depending on where you at. To upgrade the ductwork as well. Charge it as a bundle, especially with these new systems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to do it the right way. And in my imagination, I would probably say, well, it's not really imagination with all installs. Change the duct system out. It should be a mandatory with these new systems. Every
That
unit.
would be nice.
Yeah. Because you
That does.
realize you see some stuff that like some people take the money, do the install, and you see the ductwork, and it's like the client don't want to pay. You just put it on, but I think it should just be mandatory all together in the price,
Yeah,
especially if it's a newer system. I'm thinking as far
definitely.
as like efficiency, like as far as like the whole. Now your installs get to look a certain way because you having a free range to do the whole thing from top to bottom. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it definitely should be done that way. Of course,
yeah,
when you're 25 calls deep, or you've gotten 25 calls that came
yeah,
in, and you've got
yeah,
another install tomorrow, and it's like, should we replace the ductwork or just
yeah, yeah,
that's where it kind of comes. But I mean, they should all have the option. To be honest with you,
yeah.
every single install should have let's update all your ductwork
Because I mean,
option.
most of them, or at least change out the supply and plenum return plenums.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Hey,
that's the least. That's the least you could do.
are you a fan of ductboard plenums?
I'm metal.
Okay, I'm a metal guy all the way myself. I'm
I never
not a
did
fan
a
of duct.
fiberglass duct board. Anytime I do see fiberglass, I just get a metal box.
I gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah,
I use ductboard for a couple of
I,
things when it's I need to insulate around something that, or like,
yeah,
I don't know. There's a couple of scenarios I've used it for, like lining the inside of a return when it's a base stand return. We had to have some sort of code crap. We had to, like, in one of our neighborhoods, and so we had to put. They had sheetrock in there, but they wanted like a sound barrier thing, so we ended up lining it with ductboard. But I, yeah, I'm metal all the way on the plenums, man.
yeah. I actually got a buddy of mine who's do. He got his own metal company, so probably going to
Oh,
handle
that's
stuff.
killer. Is he
Probably going
close?
to. Yeah, he's in town. He's in town. Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. How do you build a business around that? I mean, that's dude's got to be
He
pretty
does.
good with metal.
He
He
does.
all sorts of.
He does HVAC too. I guess his dad has been doing it before him. So the dad had the
Okay.
sheet metal company. So I would
Okay.
assume, if I was to build a sheet metal company, all right, got these HVAC guys around. You're gonna need, especially if you're doing commercial, you're gonna need that. You're gonna need metal. You know,
Yeah.
metal
No,
ain't going nowhere.
100%. Right.
That ain't metal ain't going nowhere. That fiberglass, you can't even bring that to commercial. But a lot of guys do it. It's quick and easy.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, honestly, like if we had a metal guy around here, I'd have been using him all the time back in the day. And I mean, I built my own metal for the beginning of my career, but even once you know how to do it, it just takes up so much stinking time. Like I could have done an entire install today, but instead I built 3 plenums, like,
Yeah.
or I built one transition. Like I'm not quick enough with it. I guess that's my problem.
With the grading the planners.
Yeah, well, I build any sort of the transitions are the worst.
Oh,
Like I can
okay.
build a plenum decent amount of time because it's just like square and
What fiberglass or metal or either
metal.
metal? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that fiberglass crap other than the duct liner, but that I put in the metal.
Yeah.
Also, never fails, man. Oh, go ahead.
A lot of guys run from that metal work.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you run from what you don't know, man. And like, there's not sheet metal happens to be like one of the things that is being aged out, man. Most of
Yeah.
the guys that do sheet metal are up in their 60s and 70s, or at least
Yeah.
in my scenario, everybody that I know that can bend metal is like up there, like where you don't even know if they're going to show up to the shop the next day, whether they're going to get up out of bed kind of thing, man. Like, I mean, I don't know if that's the way it is in your area or not, but everybody that knows the how to do math, I guess, is
Yeah, it's a mixture, man.
what it boils
That's why
down
I made
to.
the HVAC life page, man. We got to keep going on. You know, like
100%.
you don't have to do HVAC. You can do sheet metal. Shit, if you know how to do sheet metal, it's in demand
Hmm.
and make good money.
Yeah.
Machines cost a lot of money though, but it's worth
Machines
it.
do cost a lot,
Yeah,
especially you start going into some of those CNCs and all that crap, man. Like, those guys are
but
going crazy
the
on them.
ones I know, they usually got like contracts with the state, so
Mhm.
it'd be
Yeah.
a large project or something like that. So somebody got to do it in town, unless someone
Yeah,
wants
and
to
they
take it.
probably do more things too. I'm sure they
Yeah,
branch out there. It's not like they do just HVAC because, like, you need metal for a lot of different things,
yeah.
even signs and crap. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Not my world. So,
The
not
fiberglass stuff, boy. Okay.
well, that's because you gave them an option to be cheap, man. Like if you don't tell them you have fiberglass ductboard plenums and you just install metal plenums, then you just install metal plenums. It is. Like I never priced out a ductboard plenum. You know why? Because I didn't want to give that as an option.
I guess it depends on the job, but still, I don't know. Just a preference.
Have yourself a good evening there, Derek. He's headed home. We're just here for him to get through his class. So his class is
He
over. He's
said his
out.
class
Peace.
over. He better have learned something.
You better. Well, he was watching HVAC his life during class, so I don't
Oh,
know.
well, he learned. He might learn something.
Hopefully, he learned something
Yeah, he
from
might learn
either
something.
us or the actual instructor that gets paid to teach him all that stuff that he was there for. But
He might learn something.
might learn something. All right. Well, what we got here? Well, so we had another question in the group asking about different upsells and how we can implement upsells within the business. Do you have any go-to upsells yourself, Willie?
Oh yeah, yeah. You
What's your
definitely gotta.
go-to?
My upsells will probably be my contracts and my IAQs.
Nice.
Those two IAQs and contracts. If I could get you signed up on the contract, and then all my contract clients, I pitch a IAQ bundle to you. It comes with
Okay.
a media filter, and it comes with air scrubber,
Okay.
and it
Cool.
comes with
Cool.
the maintenance package. So you get it for a discount rate, preferable from someone that's not a non-member. So if I'm going
Sweet.
to see you this year, I'm aiming for you to have that. To where every client I'm coming against, yeah, we change out the filter 6 months. Word no worry free, because filters starting to get a little bit expensive. So if I offer that, then now they just pay for filters, maybe two of them for the year, hold them off, and I'm already going to see them. Because I had a company like that. It was a big company. They used to just do when they had Linux. They just did when they had the Linux media filter, and they had to plug into it. And they were
Yep.
just selling. It was selling those all in one kits for every unit they installed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No, IAQ is huge, and if your guys are not pushing IAQ, you should be. If
Yeah,
you're debating on going into an IAQ only business, that's not a bad option either, man. Like,
yeah,
there's some people out there absolutely crushing it,
yeah,
only doing indoor air quality. That's that. Our breathing matters. People's breathing matters. Their
yeah.
health matters, and they
You know
know that it
that
matters.
would be a sick company with a person that does their IAQ, and then he teams up with maybe a like a crawl space ethics specialist, and they just do it all.
Dude, I envy some of these crawl spaces, dude.
Yeah,
I've never once had a nice crawl space. Everything was like,
yeah,
going through the mud and all that crap, man.
yeah,
And I'm seeing all these like lined crawl spaces out there. Just,
yeah. Badass.
I, I mean, I halfway want to take a nap under that house because it's already cozy under the house anyway. You
Yeah,
start lining underneath there,
yeah.
man. I tell you what.
I respect my
Maintenance
brother.
plans are huge, though. That is, me. A lot of people don't look at that as an upsell.
Yeah,
Guess what? That's an upsell from here
that's
till
all.
eternity.
That's always a upsell. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because guess what?
the only downside to that is just keeping the clients. But that's what brings this. That's how you build a COD business off your contracts.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that
because it's
is just
always give
guaranteed
you
work for the future.
that just always give you an opportunity, to swing at
Yep.
something.
Yeah, and you're
Just
keeping
like
yourself in
I
there.
did a maintenance the other day, and lady had three systems. I think that was actually the video I did with the Goodme in it. I said Goodme junk, and it was the compressor video. Um, actually, did the maintenance. They actually need a system done on the house. It's almost 30 years old. They got another rental property who need another unit. So that little contract turned into maybe about 10, $20,000, and you know what I'm saying, as far as the future. If I could keep these clients with me on the
Yeah.
contract. I might sacrifice the maintenance and my time coming out there because I don't people don't make money on me. I don't care what anybody say, you don't really make money on maintenance. Is you do $200-300, that's still not no money to you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
No, but if you're going to their house for a maintenance for the past 10 years straight and their system dies, they don't get a second opinion. Like, you just get
Yeah.
a new install with it because
Yeah.
you're the guy that they
You got
know.
a
You're
more
the
chance.
they don't even
You
ask.
got more of a chance of landing the job than anybody because you got a contract with them. And I will start
Yep.
labeling it as contracts. Like make it like a real contract to where it's like you're locked in with me. Make it serious. Like make it dead serious. Not just like you can opt out. Make it like a real contract with the client. Because I done had people where I don't went in someone's house and then I do something or I don't do something. Then they say, well, wait. I got a contract with this company. Let me see them first.
Right.
Yeah. So it gives like a more entitlement to the client. Like I got a contract with this client. It's something serious. They take it serious as a consumer.
A long comment here. I'm trying to get through it.
That's right, Roland. That's the key. And it ain't even got to be 15, 10 years. It's like 3, 4 years now, or 5, 6 years. Or they might refer you to some family. That too. That's how you grow. Get your contracts. They refer family. Hey, I'm on this contract. Let me get my sister on the contract. And then before you know it, you got 20, 50 contracts.
Roland, I'll be honest, I have not messed with one of those systems. I have seen them in action. Have you messed with? I don't honestly don't. He's got it like a high velocity. I don't even know. But have you seen any of those systems where it's got a good like 100 supplies that are coming out and they're all like this little
Yeah, I've seen
pipe
it.
crap?
I've seen it before.
Yeah, I know nothing about those. I literally, actually, the only reason I even know about them is because it was on this old house, and I went down a rabbit hole a couple years ago on it. But I know nothing about this. I know nothing about those units, honestly. I wish I could help you on something on that, but hey, Music City. Yeah, we see your comments out here. I think. Where you at? Let's see. Where did he? It doesn't say where. It doesn't show me where they
It
posted it
says
from, but
YouTube.
he's not
He's on
on
YouTube.
Facebook.
He's on
Okay,
YouTube.
he's on YouTube. I got you.
He said, I don't think they're seeing our comments on here. Let me go on YouTube. So I don't see it either.
Yeah. So currently we're on a streaming service that attaches to all these other places. So that's why we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and it's pulling your comments into this streaming service. I'm also currently looking directly on Facebook as well.
Oh yeah, he's
With
looking on Facebook, but yeah, I gotta do that. Tur said, "What's up?" That's on YouTube, and he says, "Ice says gas furnace and control boards." I think he been commenting as well. That's why he probably said that. He said something.
oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, but it showed up late on here.
Yeah, some of them like I think it skips some of them. I don't know. I feel like it skips some early on, but yeah, Roland, dude, I was spent 15 years myself, and I never once ran across one of those systems. I'm sure it works just like a regular old system, but it like really high static or something like that. But
Yeah,
we're using Riverside currently, Roland. We might switch over to something like StreamYard though. We're gonna do a little research after this and see if we can add some more special effects through a different avenue. See if we can figure something out.
yeah. I don't know why YouTube showed up so late.
I mean, even some of the Facebook comments just aren't popping up. Like I just answered that one off of Facebook, but it's been on Facebook for a minute. I don't even know.
There's been quite a few.
You guys got any more questions out there? Anything stumping you out in the HVAC world?
I'll let you keep the Facebook. I keep the YouTube. We got what is 9:30. I can do maybe about 15, 20 more minutes, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Nick says he has those units all up north over by him. Well, I'm glad hopefully they stay up there, man. I don't really
I think those will probably use for places that can't get real duct work in, or it's real tight. So you probably use those.
So the episode of This Old House that I was watching, it was on a new construction, and it totally didn't need to be there. And I was actually like dogging it the whole time because it takes up about the same amount of space because now you got 100 of these white little bitty pipes like going, and you still got to get the same amount of air. Basically, we're just going through a small tube now instead.
He said my helper blew a transformer today on startup. Gotta love it.
Hey, well, for our starters, like, how did it pop the transformer, not the fuse? What do we got going on there?
Yeah. Somebody didn't wire it right.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't wire it right.
Why do people still install Goodman as a business owner?
Who said
Well,
that?
Nick over here says that. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, other than the Panasonic and LG compressors, Goodman is about as good as all the rest of the crap we've got these days. Now,
There's a lot of
don't get me
crap
wrong,
going
I still
on.
wouldn't install one just because of the the I don't even know what all the bad name that it's gotten because Goodman has been able to be bought by homeowners for the past 20 some odd years. So I think that a lot of Goodman's bad name comes from bad installs. But Then they installed those piece of crap compressors that had like 3/8 inch freaking
Yeah,
suction line or whatever coming in. Those things all suck. The Panasonics and the LG compressors they had. I don't know what the hell they were doing there. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. Everything sucks.
I would say, man, Goodman is job security, man. You can talk what you want, what you say what you want. I'll fix a damn Goodman in a heartbeat. Call me right now, Goodman.
100%.
Yeah, my first,
100%.
my first, my first experience with Goodman was, I think it was like those 2005, 2006 package units. Old package units. It was the brown body package units, the gas
Yep.
packs. Yeah,
Yep.
good old Goodman.
Yep.
Cause you like you say, usually it is on the install, but come and fix it. And without Goodman, shit, it wouldn't be a lot of Goodman and Lennox. Wouldn't be a lot of people doing a lot of work out here.
True story. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, all the lower end stuff, and I say lower end, dude. I worked on like a 98% freaking Goodman furnace. Like, don't get me wrong. Took pictures of it, sent it back to the office, talking about how it was like, you know, an oxymoron that Goodman has a high efficiency furnace. But anyway, all that all that aside, I've lost my damn train of thought on what I was even doing there. But Goodman, there's a whole bunch of other trash out there that's actually way worse than Goodman. I'll be perfectly honest. I mean, even you go Concord and stuff, which is, I don't know. That's my take anyway.
we say you install Goodman all the time.
There you go. They are easy to work on. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Most of the time.
it depends on what you want to do, man. At this time in this climate, it's whoever doing good business with you, as far as your values.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you can find a good Goodman distributor, and it's better than a Train or a Carrier or a Lennox distributor that's in your area, Goodman's your best brand to go with in your area. It's still like because it's all about the distributor.
Goodman is not even cheap anymore.
No, right. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's the one thing that kind of throws it off a little bit.
Goodman ain't cheap no more.
And honestly, Roland, I would kind of agree with you. So Roland says he thinks Linux is worse than Goodman now. I mean, there's a debate
Every
there
everybody
for
got
sure.
so many opinions. Some people like Goodman, some people like Lennox. It's just like a darn battlefield.
Yep.
You just like you're going behind this brand.
Yep.
But regardless of what you're installing, long as you're doing the right installs, you that's half the battle. Now, if it's anything in between a good install and the unit, then that might be on the manufacturer or just something just crazy just happened. You know, regardless.
Yeah, everything really comes back to the install.
Yeah.
That's what we used to
And at
always
the
say, man.
end,
A system's only going to last as long as it's installed, man. Like if
yeah,
you did a shit job installing it, it doesn't matter what brand of equipment you got.
at least that's half the battle. Doing a good install.
Hmm.
Yeah. Now the rest would be on the manufacturer. And will they guarantee? Because sometimes they don't even guarantee the warranty no more. They give you half of your warranties.
Yeah.
They'll do like some type of stuff where they like charge you and then say they'll give it back to you. Next thing you know, you got $5,000, $10,000 drawn from your account and your net 30 of warranty work.
Yep. And as soon as that happens, man, I don't really care how loyal you are to a brand,
Yeah,
dude. Like if they can't stand behind you like that when you're, bringing them millions of dollars, like somebody else will stand behind you better. So it doesn't matter. Don't. This is not the day and age for brand loyalty, and I am a loyal guy loyal to a fault. But I do not believe brand loyalty for our manufacturers currently. And plus, like if you actually like go all the way back, they're like all the same brand anyway, basically. So
he said I will install whatever the customer want and make it look good as hell.
there you go. There you go.
Turner says braids with nitrogen people.
Please do. Please do. They still don't, which is the only reason. Like now I heard you're going pro press, but that's like the only reason that I'm a pro press fan is because of all the people that are too lazy to flow nitro, man. Like it's
Yeah.
not. You got to get the nitro out for the leak testing,
If any,
like
if
next
any,
step anyway,
if
man.
anything, I'll do like braids at the valves, and then just pro press when the line come in right there, so I know
Okay,
how many connections I got. You know,
I got you.
I probably wouldn't do anything between beyond that. It just be connection right at the unit to where I got access to it.
Well, we got a pricing question. That pricing one, I mean that is really tough because there's so many variables in the pricing. So I don't even really want to throw you out an average unit install price around here, but that is it is entirely based on. And you said you're small town, small company, so 12K. Now you say that's average or that seems about accurate for average. I mean, your low end stuff these days is probably around 8 or 9.
Yeah, that's average. I don't even think it's 89 no more. Right now it's at 10.
On your lowest end stuff.
Yeah, just lowers in right now. The average around everywhere is at 10.
Yeah.
At 10, bare minimum. Anything below, be like, all right, I accept it, type situation.
Right.
Like you just can't get so much more out of that situation. That's why I say have your low end and have your high end to where you could negotiate. Because not everybody is the same. You know,
No,
you
100%.
might you might get some clients that's really shopping, doing some real shopping, need two stage. They talking this talk with you, so you got to be ready to fire your guns off. Yeah, so
Yeah, I prefer to have a middle option too, because a lot of people they just immediately will cut out the top and the bottom, and they'd be
yeah,
like, "I want one of these that's in the middle." And so if you have a couple of middle options, but if you only give them a top and you only give them a bottom, they don't have anything to cut
yeah.
out and pick the middle of the pack. That 16 series used to be freaking fire, man. Like, just go through those things like crazy.
He said small town, 7, 8, 7, $10,000. Yeah, man, it all depends, man. Everybody over here is different.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's actually the bigger question is like what kind of profit are we talking about on this? Because one guy's 10K unit is zero profit, negative, and then another guy's 10K might be he's pocketing like 4K or something. So um, is she yelling at you?
Hey, he's not here right now.
Yeah, Lee, I agree, man. At least three options.
He said, give him what the good, better, and best.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We got 17 people watching, man. We've been constant with 10 people on all platforms, so that's a good little turnout. Hopefully, we can get into the 1K soon on the live. We will be doing some streaming on educational stuff as well, like pulling up the books and stuff like that and going over different things.
Yep, yep.
He says, very
Yeah, anytime you guys have any questions at all, just drop them in the HVAC is Life group. Maybe most questions get answered thoroughly over there. If for some reason the question doesn't get answered, we will try to bring that over into here and we'll kind of expand on that topic a little bit. But unlike in many of the other groups, there are no dumb questions over here. Well, unless it's like, do you want to buy my, SEO or website or something? But there are no dumb questions over here. The only dumb question is the one that you didn't ask because you were too scared of the HVAC guys reaming you for it. We don't do that over here. If you see somebody reaming you, if somebody's giving you a hard time about asking a question that they think is too good for them, let us know. We'll handle it. But we're here to help each and every single one of you grow. And it doesn't matter what level you're at. If you don't know even what the term HVAC stands for, or you're a seasoned business owner, there is something for everybody here in the HVAC is Life group.
Mark said, "Well, what we talking about? What's up, Mark? Keep it cooling."
Yes, he is. And we're live. Some of the newer units, you need an app to commission the unit and set up blower speed. So, yeah, there's a lot of the Bluetooth stuff happening in all reality. From my experience, I don't have a lot of experience with it, but from my experience, it makes it a whole lot easier to set up and make sure that the installers and stuff actually set the dip switches properly and whatnot. But are you guys having problems with the Bluetooth or the app setup of units? Anybody out there? Let's see.
What he's asking
Why-
about?
Oh, I don't know. I've got another one now that's a different guy. Wired it according to diagram and nothing. Where was I wrong? Did I miss something? Oh, hanging heaters. Okay. A lot of times hanging heater, it kind of depends on the hanging heaters, man. So a lot of time hanging heaters will have spark igniter. So it's going to be your order of operation still, even though you have no idea what you're looking at. It's still going to be your order of operation. So are you getting spark? Okay. If you are getting spark, is the gas valve firing off? If the gas valve's firing off, do you have gas? Oh, that kind of sounds like a pain in the butt, Roland. Blue Wood Commission that had to manually enter the model and serial number of the motor condenser. No spark, have gas, only fan comes on. You've got a limit open. If the fan come on immediately, as soon as you power up the system, you probably have an open limit.
What's some more questions, man? We got about 10 more minutes left. 12 more minutes left. Hit at 10 o'clock, right? 2 hours. Been what? 2 hours? Well, almost 2 hours. We haven't been on for an hour and 18 minutes.
Yeah, Alvaro, so just trace your low voltage. You're going to have 24 volts coming in from your thermostat. It should be just a red and a white, most likely. Trace your voltages. Your 24 volts is going to go through all the limits. So you'll see where it should come out of your board, and then you'll see where it comes back into the board. I'm assuming one of your limits is probably open. Oh man, I didn't even have to use the AI for that one. Oh, Willie thought I was using AI for the longest time to answer these questions. Like,
I had a guy who ran a call. I guess he was a maintenance guy or something. So I'm coming behind him, and the customer was like, the guy was then. He seemed like he knew what he was doing, but he was asking Chat GPT the whole time on what the symptoms was.
I
So
mean,
we're in the era of people just chat as they go.
yeah.
Well,
Unfortunately, ChatGPT has given me a whole lot of wrong answers about a whole bunch of stuff. So if you follow it to the T without like doing a little bit more research first, you
yeah, I
might
probably say do your
be in for a
research
rough
because,
day.
like, you could use ChatGPT. Like, say right now, if you want to learn something, always ask ChatGPT for a reference. Where's you getting this information from? And they'll send the information to you, and you can go outside of ChatGPT and look up the information and verify. Because they will tell you, like, sometimes I say, hey, what's this or what's that, and can you send me what book or whatever is in the book, and as far as a code or something I need to look up, and to send the code book, the page, and everything else, and it's the right information. That's like a self teacher.
Alvaro, the limit can open for a whole bunch of different reasons. Typically, it's from overheating. Well, like whether the blower winked out or something. Hard to say exactly why it's open, but you need to verify that first. So make sure that you have 24 volts going into the limit, and then it's also coming out. So you can either do that by checking continuity across the limit, or you can just measure the voltage in and out. Now, once you figure out that it is a open switch, I'm going to say this word, but please don't do this permanently. Temporarily bypass the switch so that you can see the next step of the sequence to make sure that it's still going to fire up. Because, like, nothing worse than going and telling the customer, like, you've got a bad limit. I'm going to the town to go get a new limit. And then you get over there and, like, it turns out that the blower motor is bad or something like that. And that's why the limit had tripped. So it's good to figure out the reason as to why it tripped, but it tripped most likely because it got too hot. And so you just got to figure out why.
Terrence says, where do you guys think the industry is going?
To bed. No. Yeah. Where do you think the industry is going?
Uh, the industry is going fast. Everything is fast.
Yep.
Everything is just fast paced.
In a notoriously slow industry, a slow to change industry, everything is moving extremely fast, just like he
Yeah.
said. But normally we do not move fast in this industry. Like normally we are the last ones to jump on board of certain things, but even like the AI stuff, like normally HVAC guys are like the last ones to ever jump on the train. But everything is moving extremely fast,
Mhm. So it's
and it's all about money.
really
Everything is about money.
adapting to the new currency. You know, there are different ways you can make money. So you're just trying to, like we always say, find your niche and find out what works for your company because every company is different. Every company don't work and operate as the same.
Yep.
So it's just knowing how the currency, how the money is moving around, and then go to where that area is moving that money.
Yeah, and keep in mind, you guys are in a profession that it doesn't really matter what happens in the world. Like people are going to want their heaters, and they're going to want their air conditioners, and they're going to want their cold milk, and they're going to want their, like your job is not really going anywhere. I don't care what happens to the world or any of
In a
that
big
stuff.
city, it's going to crack because they're all getting brought out by these hustlers, as I
Yeah,
call them.
all the PE, private equity.
But
Yeah,
that's more of, like I say, is it's a calling for small companies now. There's no more time than ever that's called for small companies. You could have a small company, maybe you and another guy or two guys, and still make good profits
yep,
because that company may be charging 15, 17K, and you come at 14K and still can make a profit. So,
yep.
and I
Private equity sucks, but oh, go ahead.
and a lot of people are waking up now. So they are looking for they are leaving these companies now.
Yep. Yeah, and customers like are finally like, realizing
Yeah,
that the $19 maintenance is probably probably a ripoff, and they're probably going to tell me that I got to pay
they
20K.
usually say it after that second visit or third visit that all right, I understand now. Yeah, because every time just like how you do go to get your oil change, they always trying to sell you something.
Yep.
Yeah,
Advice for a new tech.
You know what I'm gonna say? What I'm gonna say?
You're gonna fill up the M rack again. There it is. Modern
This,
refrigeration.
this baby, and it got A2L in it too. So use your books, man. Use your books. Everything you need. This. If you take this serious right here, it can make you a lot of money. Because once you learn it, they can't take it away from you. So just be a student. Always be a student.
Definitely. And even if you don't want to make this a career, you should definitely learn HVAC because I have used this so many damn times just on my own home, dude. Like, I fix my dryer, I fix my oven, all that crap. It all is just HVAC work. And so you learn this and it applies to so many other things in your life. But the main thing is just do it. Just do it. Don't go home playing video games and crap. Like if you're here to make a difference in your life, if you're in HVAC to try to go somewhere and be something, like just freaking do it. Do the hard work. Go learn the things that nobody else is out there learning. Put in the time, put in the effort, and you will be rewarded. I promise you that.
Most
Nobody
certainly.
is putting in the work out here. It's so easy to win this day and age
All you
because
gotta do is
everybody
show up.
is lazy.
All you gotta do is show up and do the work when your name is
Yeah.
called. Because opportunity swings at any given time. So if you got your guns loaded and you get a call for 20K or a call for 15K, you perform and do it. You paid. As long as you got the right requirements, the right manpower, and the knowledge, it's endless. But it all depends on you, though, on your expenses and all the varies. Because it's easy to make the money, and everybody knows it's easy to make the money in HVAC, but it's harder to hold on to it. Right?
Right.
So all
This
this
is
about what you made, and people don't never talk about the expenses, especially if you're doing more than 1 million. You got real expenses now.
it looks like he might be a tech. So he says he loves it, but it's so hard to understand the service side. And I will agree with you that there is so much out there. Literally just take it one step at a time. But if you know your order of operations and you know them seasonally, so right now you need to be brushing up on your, refrigerant side of things because we're about to head into the air conditioning stuff. But like every year I have to like relearn the other side slightly again. You do air conditioning for so long and then like the first gas system you come back into, you got to kind of like refresh your memory a little bit, but then you get back into the gas heating or the electric heating side of things and you just learn your order of operations and tracing voltages will take you pretty much everywhere that you need to go on the service side of things besides refrigerant. But
What you're saying is on point, but he need more experience. That's all. You
no,
can't
100%,
you
yeah.
can't you can't cheat experience because we could talk here and say the book here, but if
Mhm.
you listen to what he said about the order operation and just you learn from trying and you learn from your mess ups. There are two
Mhm.
different people in this field, and I'm gonna be strict with these. Only two different people: the ones who stick through it and finish it, and the ones who quit and blame everybody else. That's the only two people in this field. So if you got a attitude for not quitting and not stopping until you learn, you'll be all right. Yeah, he just said that. Akeem said that service side gets better with time. Yeah, that's for all y'all techs.
It does. It does.
Yeah,
Hell, I was service for like 10 years and I still don't know a damn thing about service. So
yeah,
like, it's and it's an ever that's the hardest part, honestly, is the fact that it's ever growing. So, like next year
yeah,
they'll release some sort of like variable speed 50 sear crap or something, and now
yeah.
you gotta learn an entirely new way of doing HVAC, but you need to retain the old way because we still do it that way too, kind of thing.
Said my hardest part is the relay. Got to get in them books, man. You'll be all right.
I mean, relays are really easy when you think about it, though. I mean, it's the whole relay thing is just you've got a time delay typically in there. So like just pick, it's just a freaking contactor. Okay. So you've got control voltage and you've got the main voltage. You've got voltage coming in, you got voltage coming out, and then you got control voltage. Like, do you have your control voltage? Okay. So we should have voltage coming out. Do I have voltage coming in? Yes. Okay, I should have voltage coming out. If I don't, probably bad relay. I don't know how to explain
It sound
relays.
like
It's like,
he says he tried to tell his boss because one Lee says my boss once said you can't do a service if you don't know how to do install, which is true. But a lot of guys are getting thrown into the fire, and there's no way to avoid this. I can't stress this enough to you. I'd rather mess up on someone else's dime than my own dime. So you're gonna have to blow some motors up. It's sad to say, you're gonna have to blow some motors up. You're gonna have to be there for a couple of hours until you figure it out. But once you learn it, like I said, once you learn it, no one can take it from you.
yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, I fully agree with the you should be on installs before you go service, because well, you need to know how it's supposed to look before you can go in there and be like, that don't look right.
Yeah, a lot of private equities don't
Um,
care. They just throwing bodies in that picture in the van today and have you running service calls.
well, they're also
And
not running
I'm not
service
even sure how would they even do that if you don't know. What is he like?
because they
If you
don't need them
stuck
to do service.
if you stuck in the field, are you calling someone or what's going on?
It's just a new. It needs a new unit. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with it. It just needs a new unit, and that's
Yeah.
what they do. Like that's how, that's the
Yeah.
sales
Just to
tech
put body
mentality that
into
we're
it.
moving into.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why it says opportunity for small guys because the client can
Hmm.
smell it. Most clients size you up and they look at you and say they can tell whether you know what you're talking about or not. Some of them can.
Yep.
Yeah. So what do y'all think about everyone posting videos of explaining problems? So what do you think about everyone posting videos of explaining problems? Some get mad for sharing information.
I like it, but I would prefer that they share proper information. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've been watching some stuff, some people's stuff, and like they're putting out bad information. So like if
Yeah.
you follow some of that stuff, um, what? Yeah, I don't know. I saw one the other day. I was trying to remember. Oh, he was like, I've got a 2-degree superheat and I've got a 15-degree subcool. So that means I've got a bad TXV. So we're going to go in there and change that out. And I was like, no, it don't. That means you probably got like an airflow. 2-degree superheat's what you diagnosed a TXV with, dude. Like, I think you're getting plenty of refrigerant through there. You're just not adding any heat to it. But anyway, yeah, so I see a lot of bad information out there, but I'm cool with sharing information. I think everybody should share the information. You're not doing anything by gatekeeping it.
I agree with that. If you're sharing it in the right way, you should be good, man. If it's just like our HVAC life, most of us share good information, real information. After question, what I'm saying, we get some people. It's good to hear different levels of people opinions if it's in a good
Yeah.
way, because someone may know we don't know everything, but like I say, we could get the answer to someone that knows it, and now we're getting the perspective from other people, and all you do is put it together like a puzzle. He said, "Well, they don't ever have time. Like my boss said, we can't spoon feed you." Is that right?
I yeah, I don't want to. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't think you got a good boss if he's not wanting to teach you. But
Yeah,
just saying, like you get no, he wasn't. He didn't. Well, he wasn't born knowing how to freaking do HVAC. He didn't.
yeah.
He learned it just like you have to learn it. Like he's just. I don't know. Yeah, Willie knows everything. Absolutely.
I just know from experience, man. I
That's the best teacher.
y'all don't want me to talk because I messed up. I blew a lot of shit up. I did a lot of things wrong. I did a lot of bad, which turned to good. But one thing I never did was quit.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
No,
so
and that's why you should teach it because, like, if you've already done the bad stuff and say, "Hey, by the
yeah,
way, don't do that. I already did that. I promise you,
yeah.
that's not the good way to go."
It goes directly to the answer. I don't like the bullshit. Just cut straight to the answer. If someone's looking for an answer, just give it to them. Give it raw and give it to them. Don't make it so hard. Give it to them because it can help them and move forward.
Mark's asking if you got them stars. It's his first time doing it.
Yeah, I got stars. Oh, he doing for the content. Your live, yeah. Clients they can send you stars. I think it's like $1 a star. It starts at $1 to send stars.
I
So
think he
it,
sent you some stars. He was just asking if you got them.
oh,
I don't do the star thing, man. All my shit's free.
let's
Just
see.
kidding.
Oh yeah, I got the star. I got the 1,500 stars. Appreciate you, Big Mark. That's love right there. Keep it cool. I watch this content. He cool. Mark, cool. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, Roland, I've let the smoke out of a few things myself. It
Hit
happens.
that pause, bro. King crazy. Keep it coolin'. Look, Amanda be showing off over. She be over there in Arizona.
Oh, nice. It's
I'm
toasty
pretty
over
sure
there
it
right
gets
now.
scorching hot is there too. It gets scorching hot.
Yeah, but it's a dry heat, they say.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, the lower humidity with it, but it's like above 100 for a lot of their year. Yeah.
Mm.
Now it gets above 100 over here, like you die because the humidity is usually like in the 80, 90% when it gets that hot too.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Mm.
You get very hot over there.
Yeah, depending on where you at. Like Georgia, it get crazy. Macon, Georgia, that type of heat is. It's like it stick to you type of heat.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the
yeah,
worst, man.
yeah.
The heck?
It's I'm in northern Arizona. I did 20 years in Phoenix. Said trust me, the
Okay.
dry heat makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it definitely
down
does.
here our stick, so it's kind of different. Like you feel it on you. Appreciate the stars. Appreciate the stars, Christian. Don't you quit. Stay in them books. Don't listen to your boss either. And if you don't want to teach you, find a new boss.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
don't stop training yourself because you could do stuff after hours and teach yourself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like most of my learning has all happened on my own. Now, don't get me wrong. I had two good techs that I learned a lot of stuff from over the years. That had many, many years on me. Um, but I would not have learned even half of what I learned had I not, gone home and go hit the books, go hit YouTube, go, you know. Oh, Mark's in Oklahoma now. Hey, well, this Mark's in Oklahoma too, man.
Uh-oh,
It's
Marky
good to see
Mark.
you.
110 plus 100
Oh
each day.
man, that's a lot of
Well,
100
100
plus
days.
days, man. That's a third of the year, dude. That's too much for me. I bet
Yeah.
I bet the air conditioning calls are going off the hook though.
Yeah. A lot of opportunity.
Yeah. Now
And
I got a
that's what
question.
so
You're in
that's
Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I got a question, Amanda. You're in Arizona. Why in the hell are you guys putting package units on the roof in Arizona? What is up with that? Have you seen all that? Like every unit I see over there is on the roof, and it's a
That's
package
that
unit.
that's that Midwest.
It's 100 degrees for 110 plus
I
days.
guess
You
I
got to
guess
give
I
yours on the
guess it
roof,
gotta depend on who the builders, because sometimes it be built like that. So I don't know. Maybe we gotta go track our history on who was the builder, who was the originator of that type of built house. Why would
right?
it be like that? Because somebody had to build that blueprint for their house, as far as the blueprint for the house when they designed it.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
I
want
would
to.
the only thing I would assume is that they do it because the attic space is not big enough to run a regular unit.
Yeah, it beats me on that.
And
All
then
I know is I
they
just
gotta
keep
be
saying them left and
they
right.
gotta be on a slab on the house. So that's what I would assume, that it's built like that. And the house is on a slab. The attic is not enough space, only enough room for ductwork, and you getting up there.
Man, then I'm gonna put a package unit on the ground and run the ductwork up the side through the freaking gable end or something. But that's just me. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, that's true, Akib. I would rather be on the roof than in the attic, but
I don't know that. The roof is still hot.
it
Sheesh.
is. It is.
Yeah, but at least you get that fresh air. But a roof
Yeah.
would take that. That would have your calls instead of an hour call. That would be down close to almost an hour and a half, 2 hour call because it's on the roof.
Yeah, I don't even want to pull my ladder off the truck that many times a
Yeah.
day, man. Especially not with OSHA looking. You got to carry that big fiberglass dude instead of the old
So that would probably
lightweight
create
aluminum.
more like as far as your bookings for your technician. It'd be like instead of like us, we're just there. If it's on the roof, it maybe a hour and a half for a diagnostic average. Because the time you spend it 30 minutes, 15 minutes up, 15 minutes down. That's 30 minutes. Now that you're
Right.
missing something, that's another 10, 15 minutes. Or you got to go get a part or something crazy. Then going down to talking to a client, that's 20, 30 minutes.
Every day is leg
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
got them, got them calves that are just climbing up ladders all day.
He said I would assume you charge extra for roof calls.
Yeah, yeah.
I have an umbrella, um, one of the little hats that I seen on TikTok. They got the
The
fan and
magnet.
spray and mist. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I would do the magnet umbrella, but I had a hat with the fan and a sprayer on the mist sprayer. That high,
Yeah,
110 is crazy.
yeah, yeah. I mean, them attics are brutal. So I mean, I guess that's the thing. Like, keep you from being in the attic. We put a package unit on the roof, but I still would prefer it on the ground.
Appreciate the stars, Christian. Send 75 stars.
Christian says, "How much for some merch? Don't you have some merch up somewhere?"
I got some. I'm about to start making more. As you know, my content grow. I'm gonna make some more for HVAC, some HVAC merch, just merch period. Christian, just DM me.
When is the next live?
That's a good question. I would probably say the next live will probably be in maybe March. Probably March.
Okay.
Probably March as we wind down because we finna close this. It'll probably be the next one in March as everybody get ready for spring season.
Yes, sir. It
It's
is
been
that time.
it's trying to get busy. Just maybe go live and maybe talk about how the people can prepare for the spring season. Oh, he talk about his merch. He talking about the my son made boss one.
Yeah.
Yeah, son made boss merch. He said, and the change outs on the roof are easy.
I mean, if we're talking package units, you guys getting a crane for each of these or what? I mean, if it's a
The,
crane, you
the
got a
one,
curb or something, but
the ones I see with Crane packaging has always been the only thing about a packaging is the flash and whether you're getting it pre-made or you're making it on the spot. That's pretty much
yeah,
it. Because once you get it down packed and slap it on and wire and fire and gas line,
right.
really just the metal and the gas line.
It's a matter of getting it up there first. I mean,
Yeah,
but yeah, you pretty
yeah,
much have to rent a crane for each of those.
yeah.
So you almost, I mean, if you're in Arizona, you almost want to like probably own a crane or something that can
Or just
hold the
implement it in the
forklift.
price. I'm pretty sure they priced it
Yeah.
and implement it in the price.
Man, you ever done any of them helicopter installs? Keep seeing those too. Always wanted to do a helicopter install, man, where they could pick that sucker up with a helicopter and drop it on
Yeah.
the roof. Yeah, do it in like some of the like really busy areas. I had a guy, had a tech that came in. He was from Denver, and they used to do helicopter installs over there because you couldn't block off traffic for long enough to get a crane.
Said swamp
They
coolers
still got
are.
swamp coolers over there. All right, we still got a couple of them around here. I'm not gonna lie, I see them every now and again. You guys got any swamp coolers over there?
Come
You
on here
seen
in
a swamp
Charlotte.
cooler before? Yeah.
Yeah, we got a few.
Okay.
That's in them country towns though.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't want to replace it. Just hanging on for dear life.
Corey says, "How long were you in the trade before going solo?"
I was solo from the beginning.
Okay.
I was solo
You,
from the
you
beginning.
started out the goat, kept being the goat.
They need to make a movie of me. They're gonna make a movie when it's done. I started out from the beginning. Even my first, I think my first job was it was at a medium sized company. Used to get there, dropped off 8 in the morning, and work with them. And I remember getting caught with my card. Then I had my own business card at the time, and I left it in the
Okay.
van. I left it in the van, and the guy that I was working with turned it into the boss. So the boss pulled me into the office, and he said this. Mm-mm. Like he showed me the card, my card. It said, "Mm-mm." They gave me a warning with the state board.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was
Nice.
my experience with my. Well, that was my first one. Then I left them, and I went to a few companies, and I just, yeah. Because once you make that first $1,000, man, and you get to take your kids out and do ice cream in the middle of the day, that's like, yeah. I ain't never
Right?
turn. I never turned back since. But like I say, for everyone else, if I was to do it over, I would have got the experience first, and then went off on my own once I had got the license. But to each his own. I wouldn't recommend doing it my way. I'm one of the kind.
This is true. This is
Yeah,
true.
a lot of
I
people,
guess
especially.
technically I'm solo too, but I went a different
Yeah,
I went a different route. I didn't go HVAC, but I spent 15 years in HVAC,
yeah.
and then started up a marketing agency for HVAC primarily. So 15 years, I guess, would be mine.
They said someone's snitching. Yeah, the one of the workers gave a card to the boss. So I always, hmm just don't like
Yeah,
authority. I don't like authority. I don't like someone telling me what to do. So I always knew I was going to be my own boss. Just like some people have that calling, and that was my
yeah,
calling, man. Everybody got different callings in life. Not everybody what worked for me may not work for you type situation. Cause I wouldn't.
yeah. And
Cause
it ain't for the faint of heart.
when I look back at it, I don't know how I did. I can't give you no code book on how I did it this far. How I lasted this long. I don't know. Faith Street. That's all I got. It's for
Pure
sure different.
determination, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it takes, dude. So, like, yeah, the number, how long before you go solo is going to be different for everybody. And some
Yeah.
people should never go solo because they can't handle the stress of it.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. Some people ain't cut out for it, and it's not a you just start up a business and then you just sit by and you're making money and all that kind of crap. It takes a lot of hard work, and you're going to take a dramatic pay cut when you
Yeah.
decide to go ahead and start doing this lot of hard work. I think my first year I calculated it up, I think I made $1.50 an hour.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, we paid all the bills and all that crap, and so like I made a decent amount of money, but I put in so much freaking work
Yeah.
that I paid myself essentially $1.50 an hour for my first year. And then I haven't actually I haven't tabulated it up since then, so hopefully I'm making more than that now. I'm working not as much as I was, so um,
He said me and my brother lived off side work when I was 16 doing the HVAC. I lived with him in his apartment. He was 21 at the time, all under the table. All under the table. I dropped out of high school early. So yeah, man, that's everybody that usually went that route. They just had a courageous story of, like I say, just never quitting. You know,
Yep.
got to stick it through. But it's a lot of slim to none, especially in this economy. If I do it in this economy, I don't know. I don't know because it's rough. You really got to know your margins. You really got to have some revenue coming in. At least the bare minimum is having some revenue coming in to cover your bills, like you say. Whether you still not making money, it's a difference between not making money and then making money to cover the bills.
Yep.
Yeah, to keep you going because you never know because it might come. You might have a big hit here and there, depending on how fast you grow. You know.
Whatever you do, don't make the jump in the fall. Maybe up north you could.
Yeah,
I keep seeing a whole bunch of guys. They're like, "Oh man, just made a whole bunch of money this summer, and I'm starting my own business." Like, maybe sit tight until the busy season again. Like right before the busy season, because it's hard to grow a business when the grown businesses are slow. Just to give you a heads up. So,
yeah.
if your business slows down that you're working at, that's not necessarily a good time to go ahead and venture out on your own unless you have the funds to support you for 6 months to a year.
Usually it takes roughly about 2 or 3 years if you really want to grow. Unless you, like I say, like that was the discussion I had made a post about. Unless you buying a business or that's come with turnkey service that's already there. If you building organically, 2 3 years, because don't nobody know you.
Right.
If I say I made this business today or tomorrow, another business, and I try to market to people, it's hard to market them because they don't know you. So you
Yep.
have to build it organically, not unless you're paying for leads and all this other stuff that other people do.
I don't do that though, because like as soon as you stop paying for leads, you ain't got any money again. Like, and
Yeah.
it was false hope. So you gotta go out there. You gotta go out. If you're not busy, like if you did already take the jump and you're like, oh crap, I've got nothing going on, go find the work. So actually, I've got a couple of my contractors right now. They're calling all of the realtors in the area to basically say, hey, by the way, if you have a closing that might be about to go through or something, it might be about to fall through, feel free to give me a call. I can respond in a quick hurry and I might be able to save that sale for you. And so now you're speaking the realtor's language because they just hear cha-ching, cha-ching because they make a commission off that sale. And so you just said that you can be the knight in shining armor that comes in there and possibly saves the sale. You might get a new install out of the deal or something like that. But go talk to all your realtors. Um, they can give you like one realtor can easily give you a whole bunch, like enough for one person if you talk to the right realtor. Go talk to your well, we had BNI the other day. Go talk to BNI, go to your local chambers of commerce and go shake hands with the local business owners. Guess what? Business owners, they also own real estate. They also happen to know everybody in your community. So join the local chamber of commerce and go to every single networking event that there is. We've paid $0 for what I just told you, and I could build you a business tomorrow with this small principle right here. Be a member of your community. If you're sitting at the house and you're watching freaking, I don't even know what's on during the middle. If you're watching Prices Right every day and you're sitting at their house, guess what? Nobody is hearing about you. Nobody knows about you tomorrow that didn't already know about you today. So like you wasted an entire day of your business watching freaking The Young and the Restless or something. Go somewhere,
I
go
think that
shake people's
I
hands.
think that's what's missing. A lot of people don't want to get active.
Everybody is lazy, but that's why it is
Yeah,
so easy right now because guess what? PE is not doing. Private equity is not going to the local chamber of commerce. Private equity is not going out there and shaking hands. And so you can beat the crap out of all these people, but you just can't be lazy and do it.
yeah, because they paying people, so that's why they
Yeah,
know
they've
how to.
they've got pocketbooks, man. They're paying
Yeah,
$100,000 a month to run ads and crap. So you're not competing by running
yeah,
ads. You're
yeah.
competing by putting the boots on the ground.
Winning the clients
Yeah.
one by
You're a
one.
real person, man.
Yeah.
You're a real person. They don't see real people. You know what I mean? Like they don't see the real owners of an HVAC business, but they know you. And as soon as somebody knows you, then if somebody else has an HVAC problem, they'll immediately recommend you over the person that they don't know. Why would they recommend somebody else that is a big name in the area when they've shaken your hand?
Mark said, I
Right?
thought it was going to be hard starting off. What made me start off was the money. I was making enough content, but profit happened instantly. I guess everyone's stories is different. So it's definitely different. I guess when Mark started making that profits instantly, he said, to hell with that social media. But,
I mean,
I would say that too, because cause like, since we both do social media and we both content creators, you doing the right way. Do both. Do both.
yeah, I mean, some of that could be like timing too. Like I said, if you do this jump off the cliff in the fall, you've got a long fall before
That's
before
what
you
I'm.
start
That's
getting
what I'm.
caught.
That's the kind of remedy I'm giving a lot of small time HVAC owners. Like you don't nobody know you. You don't have the same money as the private equity to buy for marketing and all these other things that comes with running a business. Be your own marketing company. Start with your content because we in the content area. People want to see things. That's how you build things organically in the community without even being there. Because they say, "Hey, I seen this video. Are you that guy?"
Yep,
Yeah,
100%.
and all of it came from a video, and that one little client turns to another client. Like Mark said, he says, Mark said, uh, seize every opportunity that comes your way. So just make it every call, just make it as an
Yep.
opportunity. Got to max out on those without trying to rip the client off. Some stuff it just is what it is when you're on these calls. So try to maximize your opportunity.
Yep.
He said, "This is my plan at the moment because AC is getting a little slow." Now you do got guys who say businesses get slow do plumbing and electrical.
Uh, that's one of those, man. I'm gonna say it depends on your area. Like we was just talking last week, man. Like some of you guys need to like actually niche down to get more busy. So remove some of your services, have less services, and get more busy. I know it sounds crazy, but when you're in a crazy area, and if you say all I do is indoor air quality, well, when somebody starts looking for indoor air quality, they call the indoor air quality specialist, not Joe Blow's HVAC, right? Okay, so you can niche down and become more busy, but if you're in an area that doesn't have a lot of population, yes, sometimes adding electrical or adding plumbing can help. But just to give you a heads up, it dilutes down your online power a little bit because Google and the other places on the internet, you were an HVAC guy. People ran an HVAC search. They knew you were the HVAC guy because you're literally just do HVAC. Now we add in plumbing, we add in electrical. Now somebody runs an HVAC search and they say this guy should be the guy. He does plumbing, he does HVAC, he does all this stuff. So he's probably does that. But there's an HVAC guy that does this stuff too. So like the HVAC guy gets the HVAC calls more readily than the plumber, HVAC, electric, it just dilutes down your power a little bit. But there are those areas where you do need to do that. You do need to branch out because you only have 10,000 population around you or something. Or you could do it and just not advertise it too. So you could be like, do you not happen to know anybody for electrical? Like, yeah, well, I could do that too, by the way. Like, that's one of the tough ones, man, because everybody wants to add more. They're not busy. We should add more services. We need to add more things. And usually that's not the answer.
Mark said you could just sub it out.
That
Uh,
works.
that would be a good way to make business relationship with other people. Like I was saying
Hmm.
with the crawl space I was in, I got a crawl space specialist, so me and him could team up. I offer vapor burns and all that stuff, and with equipment and a new duct system, and boom, now we have a bundle together. So
100%. And actually, that's what I've got a whole video where I recommend that you go find other businesses in the area and essentially team up like that. And like you
Yeah.
can do that with anything. So like you've got a print shop down the road that you had to print your hats and your t-shirts or something. Be like, hey, by the way, I own an HVAC business. If you send anybody my way, if they end up changing out their system, we'll throw you $500. Or if they end up going with us for a service call, we'll throw you 50 or $100. These kind of referral bases can be huge for your business. And then guess what happens if somebody like comes to yours and they're like, oh, do you know anybody that does t-shirts? Yeah, I know a guy. I go over there, mention that you talked to me. And then, you know, this local businesses teaming up together should happen. And that's how you beat everything else, man, as you become part of the local community. You know, that's all part of that networking and growing as a business.
He said, not in the HVAC, just seeing you on the news feed. What's up? What's up? Step? Get one step. Yeah, we've been on here for 2 hours, man. It's about time to get off, man. God
Oh yes,
dog.
sir. Get one in step like it.
Man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Appreciate you, Mark, for sending the stars. Appreciate everyone that's tuning in. We got about 15 people from different platforms that been steady on here. That's a good turnout to keep people tuned in. We will as we grow, like you go to the HVAC page, and you know what I'm saying, and the more questions you ask, that'll be the next topic we talk about on the live stream. Just giving feedback from everybody else. He said, find, last question now, he says, find a small HVAC company that does good work on the cheaper side and have them do all the crawl duck jobs.
Works for me, and well, unless they're all like dialed in, like your some of those crawl spaces I saw you had over there, man. I'll do that crawl job. I'm fine with that. Get
Yeah.
nice under there. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. It was amazing turnout. If you guys have any more questions, definitely come to the HVAC is Life group. We are here to make sure that every single one of you guys wins, make sure that nobody gets left behind in all this.
We out, man. And like Mark say, keep it cooling. All right, man.
Peace.
Yep.